All right, guys, this is a screencast on how to do the worksheet number 1 on the power and work problems. So I hope you guys are doing well. Let's go ahead and get into this, and I'm going to show you how to do these problems right quick. All right, so the first one, number 4 here, a crane uses an average force of 5,200 newtons to lift a support beam 25 meters. How much work does the crane do on the support beam? First of all, what do we always do? What are they asking for? Work. So we're using the work formula. What do they give us? 5,200 newtons, it's a force. All right, 25 meters is a distance. Okay, so we are going to use work is equal to force times distance. Okay, we're just going to plug them in. Work is equal to force, 5,200, times distance, 25, which gives us a total work of 130,000 joules. And I think that's going to be the proper scientific or significant digits. Okay? So just use the right formula, plug everything in. Number 5. An apple weighing 1.5 newtons falls a distance of 3.0 meters. How much work is done by the apple on the apple by the force of gravity? What are they asking for? Okay, they're asking for a force. All right. I'm sorry, they're asking for work right here. They're asking for work. They give us force and distance. So again, work is equal to force times distance, which means work is equal to 1.5 force times 3.0 distance. So our work is equal to 4.5 joules. Still good? All right. Oh, here we go. Number 6. Move this up a little bit. All right. A bicycle's brakes apply a force. How do we know it's a force? Well, it says it, but it's 125 newtons. Newtons is your force. To the wheels as the bike moves 14.0 meters. That's your distance. How much work? Again, they're asking for work. Do the brakes do? Work is equal to force times distance. So you have work is equal to 125 times 14. So our work is 1,750 joules. Find the right formula, plug in the numbers, cannot be wrong. All right, number 7 is a little bit tricky, okay? A mechanic uses hydraulic lift to raise a 1,200 kilogram car 1.5 meters off the ground. How much work does the lift do on the car? So they're asking for work. So we know we are going to do, keep doing that. Work is equal to force times distance. But they didn't give us a force. But they gave us a way to get a force. Okay? We have to find a force before we can do this problem. Well, force is equal to mass times acceleration. Okay? And they gave us a mass. And we know acceleration. So force is equal to 1,200 times 9.8. That's the acceleration due to gravity right there. So our force is going to be equal to 11,760 meters per second squared. Okay? We're going to take this and plug it back in for force. So our work is equal to 11,760 times our distance, 1.5. So work is equal to, we'll do it this way, 17,640 joules, or significant digits, it's going to be 18,000 joules. That one's a little bit harder, okay? Number 8, while rolling across the lake during a race, Jim does 3,960 joules of work on the oars in 60 seconds. What is his power output? Now we are using the power formula, which is work divided by time, okay? This is joules here, so we know it's work, and it says it. So power is equal to 3,960 divided by time, 60 seconds, power is equal to 66 joules per second. Find the right formula, plug it in. You can't be wrong. Number 9. Anna walks up the stairs on her way to class. She weighs 565 newtons, and the stairs go up 3.25 meters vertically. Anna climbs the stairs in 12.6 seconds. What is her power output? Okay, so they want to know power. Power is equal to work divided by time. Okay, they didn't give us work, did they? No, but they gave us a way to find work. Work is equal to force times distance. So work is equal to 565 times 3.25. And that is equal to 1,840. We're going to take this, plug it all the way back in for work. So power, I'm running out of room here. All right, power is equal to 1,840 divided by 12.6, that's our time. So power is equal to 146 joules per second. All right, they didn't give you these things right off, but they gave you a way to find them. Okay, last one, number 10. Alex pulls on the handle of a claw hammer with a force of 15 newtons. If the hammer has a mechanical advantage of 5.2, how much force is exerted on the nail in the claw? Well, we know that mechanical advantage is equal to input divided by output. What are they asking for? Force exerted. They're asking for output. They give us mechanical advantage, it's 5.2. So 5.2 is equal to input, 15 newtons, divided by output, which is what we want to find. All right, if we solve this equation for output, we got to get output by itself, multiply both sides by output. All right, then divide both sides by 5.2, and we get output, all right, is equal to 15 divided by 5.2, which is equal to 2.9. And that is our output. So I hope that should help. I hope that does help. All right, so that's how to do all these problems right here. You can play this. If I talk too fast, you can play it back as long as you want. And I will try to get you the schedule for next week soon.